Okay, hi everybody. Putting things on GitHub is easy using the old-fashioned way. Let's do this. What you want to do is you want to go to GitHub and go here to the plus sign and make a new repository. And here it'll show up. And I'm going to call this Pente project. I don't know. I have one on GitHub, so I'm gonna I already have a couple of these up here. So I'm gonna go like this, make a Pente project like that. You can call it whatever you want. You just have to have a unique name for it. It has to be public because we're using the free GitHub, and it's helpful if you do not initialize this with a README. So we'll do that, and we'll create the repository. Okay. So what you get is you get a sequence of instructions that you can follow to here on GitHub to do this with the command lines. Okay, so what we want to do is find the command lines. Okay, I'm using this project right here on um, Eclipse. Okay, I have a couple of other versions of it. The main one's this one. This is one I work on to develop stuff, and this is the one I'm going to stick in there. It's got all the classes. It's got this code. And we just have to get it up there. So what I need to do is I need to find this in my workspace so I can get there. So where this would be is on mine. It's in Documents. It's in Workspace. Okay, these are all my Pente projects or whatever are my projects, and it's here. Okay, there's a binary which holds bytecode, and there's src. Okay, and what we can do is we can just attach Git to here. Okay, you guys already have Git, so it's easy to deal with, but I just have to navigate to this place. Okay, through the terminal. So I'm gonna go like this and say terminal. Okay, and if you have a PC, it's just like CMD, or you can do I did command space to get this the Finder up at a window here, and I say terminal. Okay, so what's going to happen is the terminal's going to start, and then we're going to navigate to this place in your file system. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to try to make this bigger so we can see it. Okay, so what goes on is this. Okay, so we're going to navigate. We navigate with CD, which means change directory. And on a Mac, you can use ls, or on a PC, you can use dir to look at things. So we're going to say cd documents. Okay, and so what it does is it goes to documents now. Okay, and then I'm going to say cd workspace, because that's where I am. I need to go to this place now, because that's where my Git stuff is. You have to know where this is, okay? Because this is where yours might be called like Eclipse workspace or like Neon workspace or something like that. Okay, so mine's like that, right? And then if I do like a list ls, it'll list all these project folders. Okay, so there's all these things here. See all this stuff we've been working on, and that's great. But in and among them is the Pente stuff. Okay, so here's like Pente GitHub here, which is what I'm looking for, and like there's Pente development, and I think there's one more for Pente game someplace. I'm not sure where it is right now, but it should be there. Oh, it's here. Pente Project Spring. Okay, so all these things are here, but I'm looking for this one. Okay, so I'm going to go cd Pente. Okay, development. Okay, and then if I do a list, I get the bin. See the bin file and the source file. Okay, so that's great. Okay, so get to there, and I'll wait for you here for a second, and just get to this point, and then come back. So where you are is you're at the outer folder of your project in Workspace. Okay, so if you're back, basically you're fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to run the sequence of Git commands. I run a sort of a version of them, okay, but the first one is git init. So we're going to try that, okay. So we're going to go here and we're going to say git init, okay, just like that, and return. And what it says is it looks like it's got let me see. Oh, I went to the wrong one. Okay, sorry. I need to go to Pente GitHub because I already have one. I'm here for this. So I'm gonna say cd to go back up. You go cd dot dot. Okay, and I'm gonna say cd Pente GitHub 2019, which is what I wanted in the beginning. Okay, and then I'm gonna say git init. Okay, so what it does is it initializes an empty repository, which is what we want, and that's really good. Okay, okay, and then the next command we're going to use is a version of this one. Okay, I don't want to add a readme, I don't want any of that. Okay, so what I'm going to say is I'm going to say git add just dot, and it's going to add like whatever I want, or a period right there. Okay, so it's going to go like this, and it's going to return nothing back if there's no errors or anything. You might have things that say you must sign on, which you should do, or you have to change your email or something like that, which you should. Like you can follow their commands and do that. But basically, this should just add this stuff here. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do a version of this command here, which is git commit. So we'll say git commit, say space -m, and then you're going to add a message. And you might make sure that you add a message that has 2 quotes, because otherwise you get put into an editor like VM or something like that, I think is what it is. And what you're going to say is, you know, commit on April, what's today's date? I think it's April 30th. Or something like that. You can say hi, you can say have a nice day, it doesn't really matter, but most people you know, put something about what was happening on that day. So, you know, you can kind of track your changes, which is what GitHub is for. Okay, but the big important thing is that there's 2 quotes in your message before you return. Okay, and what's going to happen is it's going to like give you a list of stuff that's going to send up to GitHub. Okay, so that's great. And if it looks like this is all good. So sending all the bin stuff, we're going to allow that. It's okay. And we're going to send the src stuff too. Okay, so that's good. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to do the form of this command, or actually this exact command. And this gives you the location on online where the where your GitHub project is. Okay, so we're going to go like this and copy this whole command. Okay, it's git remote add, and we're going to just paste it in here. Okay, I'm going to make mine. I'll paste it in here, but it takes a lot. It's so big you can't see it really. So I'm going to like small it up here for a sec and stretch this out so you can see like this is all I'm doing is I'm taking this one command and adding it here, and then I'm just going to hit return, and it's going to say fine. Okay, and then we're going to go like this and say git push origin master. Okay, which is a form of this. Okay, I'm not using the U add-on there, but I'm just going to go like that. And what it's going to do is it's just going to go ahead and do all this stuff. And you can see that and when it comes back, it says it's got a new branch, and it says that, okay? And if I go back just to test this out, if I go back here, everything's cool. So I can go back in here and I can look at my, see all these things come up with this. And this has got the code for what we're doing, okay? So what I want to do is I want to get that on GitHub, and then I want you to send me a link to these projects. Okay? Thanks.